Hey guys, how are you? It's Heather the Crochet Witch. How's everybody doing? Welcome to is it day 3 of Stranger Things Giving? I think it's day 3. I'm pretty sure we're on day 3. Yeah, right? Am I right? I think so. The right picture will be up, so I'll know then to put the right caption up. How have I already lost track of days? I did so well on Vlogtober. Wow. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got this. I'm back. I'm still on track. I got this. Wow. Anyway, I would like to say that it's the vacation that has got me messed up, but I mess myself up whether I'm on vacation or working. So yeah, I really can't do that. Yeah, so hi, how are you guys? And I'm even messing up my days of the week. We're starting Monday, right? No, we're not. No, we're not. David goes back to work on a Sunday, so we're starting Sunday. Wow, it's like my world is not the world we live in anymore. Which, you know what, is kind of nice. That means I haven't really been out in like reality for like the week, you know. I've just been in my own little Heather bubble, I guess, which is kind of nice. I don't really want to go back now. I do have a few more days, you know, to be in Heather world, but then I kind of have to go back. So hopefully all of you out in the real world have been doing well, have been surviving. Have you? Yeah. I really want to I want to recognize and appreciate and let you guys know how much I appreciate all of you who have shown up and have watched these vloggy talking videos. I noticed how many more people watched the Yarny video. And I know this isn't like, I'm not being like upset or anything. It's just something that I noticed. Because I know this is a yarn channel. I know that's why most people are here and subscribed and stick around. It's for the yarny content. So I wasn't surprised that the new yarn video that I did got a lot more like views and stuff. Well, I was surprised in such a short time that it did. So for those of you who do come and comment and stop by just to, you know, see if Heather's done anything new for the day in her vloggy stuff, you know, I just want to let you know that I appreciate you so very much, because I'm aware that I'm not a terribly exciting person when my like dream life is to basically be a homebody. I'm very aware. So like when I go, especially when I go like on vacation, my report to you for the day is like, hi, like I would love for us to be able to like have coffee. So really you could tell me about your day in person, because your life is probably so much more interesting than mine. And unfortunately for you, I'm the one on this end of the camera. So for you to stop by and still listen to me, I appreciate it. I just thought I would let you know that. Because yeah, it really like sent me back to reality, realizing how many more people like stopped and, watched the yarn video. But like I said, it's not a complaint, because I'm well aware that my channel is for yarn, not for how my day's going. With that being said, I thought I would, get back to what my channel should be and show you what I've been working on, even on the vlog type channel or show, because I have been working on some other things. So if I'm going to do the vlog throughout the week show, let's just make it like to the best of my ability. Now, when I go back to work, this may go back to just the square of the day, but since I worked on something, why don't we do that? The problem being, lately also, I was messaging with a couple of people, and one or two of you who come to these videos may recognize my words here because I may have messaged you. But I had said to a couple of you that just lately, I have, like, my crojo, as we put it, it comes and it goes, right? Like with some things, like with my Stranger Things squares. And I think maybe I stick to the Stranger Things stuff because, crochet aside, Stranger Things in general is such a passion and a love of mine that even withstanding yarn and crochet, I love it so very deeply that I stick to it, right? If that makes sense. Like, it makes sense in my brain. I don't know if I'm getting the words from my brain out to you, but even when I'm really not feeling the crochetness and the inspiration, I'm sticking to a project that has to do with Stranger Things because I'm so in love with it. And it's getting me through that, like, low crojo moment. And because it's something simple to do, like, I find these squares really simple to do, just as simple as a regular granny square, because I mean they're only a small cry away from a regular granny square. And it's something low pressure because I'm only doing 2 a day. If I feel like it, I'm doing more, but I'm only doing task-wise 2 a day. Otherwise, I haven't gotten a whole lot done, especially during, like, times where I've worked. Like, I saved my vacation to even do my movie marquee, which was an obligation for me. I don't know, and I don't have a reason other than, like I said, my crojo has been, you know. I've wanted to do the things here. I just couldn't make that want move down to my hands. Like, my hands didn't want. I don't know. And they didn't hurt or anything. I'm just saying, like, that creativity didn't go from here all the way down to here. I think creativity goes from your brain to your heart to your hands. And the creativity might have been here, but there was a roadblock here. Does that make sense? It makes sense to me. I don't know. I just didn't have the heart to do it. I didn't feel like doing it. So I didn't do it. But I still have this, like, overwhelming desire to do all of the things, like, here. And it's finally starting to drift back. And so let's show you what I worked on. You want to just get past all of that and show you what I worked on? It's in this bag right here, which funnily, I'm going to say funnily because strange has been used enough in the Stranger Things, but it is a Stranger Things bag. You may recognize this bag because this bag is from the advent calendar that we've talked about many times that I wasn't the most in love with one year. It's actually that yarn. I've had several Stranger Things advent calendars. Now, I'm still going to talk about Stranger Things, but it is yarn related. I've had several Stranger Things advent calendars through the years. And this is the one in particular. Most of them that I have been like, oh, I see where this, you know, I see Steve in this yarn. I see Eddie in this yarn. I see, you know, Dustin in this yarn. I see Hopper in this yarn. I haven't found exactly what I wanted to do with it because I didn't want it to be gone, you know. But this yarn, this calendar, is the one that I just didn't see the vision that the creators might have seen in it. And I know many of the people watching when I unboxed or when I unbagged, when I opened this calendar, also agreed that they didn't really see the the vision that this person had had. It's still lovely yarn. It's just, in the grand scheme of Stranger Things, I didn't see the Stranger Things. Like, I really had a difficult time that year stretching to see what, and they didn't provide any inspiration pictures, any names, any clue as to where each thing may have came from. So it was left to me and to you guys to guess, and just nobody really saw where each colorway came from. So I think that made it easier for me to do something with this. So I may have shown you this before, but I did ball each one up since they were minis. I don't know, I don't know that I've ever seen anybody like cake up their minis. Usually I've just seen people roll it up in balls, and that's all I did also. So I have, let me try to not show you what I've been working on while I'm talking about this part. But I have this here bag full of rolled up minis. And underneath it, there is this, I didn't cake up the skein, the full-size skein. It's sitting under all these balled up minis, but I have all these balls of minis right here. And there's actually one rogue, I think it's a Malabrigo yarn, because that particular Malabrigo yarn fits the same size and yarn type as these minis, in case I needed like some extra yarn to fill in. Like, it's the same weight and everything, and it's superwash merino or whatever this yarn was also. So it was there in cases. But I don't know if I'm going to end up using that. Anyway, so I have this bag. And that dyer I had bought at the same time, because had I gotten one and then the other, I may not have purchased both. But they had 13 days of Halloween with Stranger Things already dyed up. I bought that. And then in their shop that year, I had seen a dye your own theme advent calendar, and you could pick the theme. And I had messaged them and said, I know your Halloween is already a Stranger Things one. How would you feel about doing a Stranger Things theme for the 25 days Advent? And they had said, yeah, I'd love to do that. And so that's where the whole idea came from. But I had figured they were already like knowledgeable with Stranger Things, since they were already doing the 13 days of it for Halloween. And, I already told you how I felt about the color schemes, so we're not going to get back into that. But yeah, at the end of the day, neither the Christmas nor the Halloween, you learn. So, but it is still, like I said, it's still lovely yarn. Just, yeah, it's still lovely. So what I started doing is making hexagons from it. And I used the continuous join as you go that I am so in love with. And I started with my favorite. My favorite one out of the whole bunch is this one right here. Which, if I was going to choose any to be like Stranger Things-ish, I would have said this is kind of like Joyce's Christmas lights. Because to me, I know it's not spot on Christmas lights colors, but I still would have chosen this to be like a Joyce color. And then my second favorite is this one, which I actually think is kind of like a old 70s couch looking color, which also to me is kind of a Joyce fabric color. Strangely enough, both of my favorites are Joyce related in my head. So see, I can find some colorways that are Stranger Things-ish. And I really, really, really like both of these a lot. So like I said, and I like all of them. I just, Some of them I can find, you know, like I like to relate almost everything blue to Billy. So no matter what, that would have been Billy to me. I think this was the one I did relate to, kind of like a Demodog to Dart. So a few of them I did find a way to relate to. I did. But like this was out way before season 4, or maybe I would have tried to relate this to the Nancy and Robin duo when they went to Pethurst. I would have tried to relate this to like dressing up Robin. But yeah, like I said, that was out way before that. I don't know. I'm not going to revisit and try to guess color schemes now, but like there may be some fill in the blanks, you know, here and there now. But anyway, I haven't sewn in the ends because at first I wasn't committed to it. So I was worried about it. And I know this one's the one I just attached, so I need to get another one in here so it's not looking so weird down there. And I think I'm going to use my big skein for doing like halvesies, or I may use the big skein for border. But the problem is, if I use the big skein for border, should I make this big enough? Because I was thinking about adding the 13 days along with this. If I do that, I may not even put a border, just because I don't know if one skein would be big enough to really make a border besides like a single crochet around. And in that case, am I really doing anything besides like what I feel would be kind of wasting a really pretty skein of yarn? Because it may only do like 1 row or maybe 2 rows of single crochet, right? So maybe I really will do half hexies with the full. I don't know yet. I don't know. So I don't know how many rows. I'm starting out now with 4 here and 4 going this way. And then just the intent to fill in like a half here and a half on this side. But it'll probably be, I don't know, 5 each way, or, you know, we'll see as it grows, because obviously I don't want it to be ridiculously long and only 4 this way. But we'll see. After I hit 12, after I hit, 16, after I hit 20, then that will be a good deciding factor on how I add where, I suppose. Or maybe I will do 20, see how big that is, and then use my odd skeins that are left over. I don't know, man. I don't know yet. We'll see. Decisions. Decisions. Because like the ones I just opened in Vlogtober are also the same weight and the same fiber. But this is going to sound bad, but I really like those colorways. And I don't want to add those to these. They're just not... I have... Like, this is my favorite one. This one is the Talk to Me one. It's just not the same caliber. It's just not the same to me. Like, I'm really sorry. It's just not. I don't know. I just don't want to put this... Like, I'm using these as something to do with this yarn. And I'm happy enough with this, but I don't want to... I don't know. It sounds bad to say I don't want to waste this yarn with it. But I don't want to put this yarn with it. It's off the table, just period, without making me feel bad for saying that. I don't want to do that. That being said, I do like the feel of this yarn, but I don't want to add the other stuff to it. So yeah, I'm just going to make decisions as I go, but it is making me happy to work on this, and I do like the hexagons. So that's what I got going on. And I am pretty excited to finish up projects right now. That's what's making me happy right now, is the thought of like finishing up projects. Cause like, I feel like finishing up projects is part of using up stuff, you know, like, I mean, duh, yes it is, but whenever I talk about using up yarn, that's never part of my game plan in my head. I don't know why, but it's not. Part of my game plan is my major part of my game plan is always, what can I make new? Like, what can I start a project with things off the shelf to get rid of the yarn off the shelf? It's never what projects are easily completed, or, you know, I mean, I've had bouts in the past where I'm like, let's get these projects done. But when I'm talking about, you know, getting stuff like that done, it's always literally getting stuff off the shelf. So I want to like do a healthy mixture of both, really. And I really want to I don't want to like fool myself into saying I'm going to finish my projects and I'm not starting another thing, because I do want to get yarn off the shelves also. But I do really want to get some of these old projects completed and to new homes, or to a part of my home if that's like what they were meant to be, or, you know, whatever. But this is quite warm. I like this. Anyway, I don't know if this is going to stay in my home or if this is going to go to a different home when it's done, but I do like this. I think if I don't keep it, somebody will like it, I think, because I think it's very nice. Yeah, so it's making me happy working on it. So yeah, and the last of my vacation is going to be spent, I think, just working on things that are going to make me happy. So this, and like, quite honestly, my Stranger Things squares. And yes. And then if I feel like it, pulling out my new Galaxy yarn, because I do want to work with that. I do really like it. But yeah. So what are you guys working on after all of that? Oh, yeah, I got to put this away with it too. I'm using a G hook, I think, with it. No, I'm not. I'm using a US 7, a 4.5 millimeter. Oh, you know what? I don't think I've ever noticed, and I use these all the time. You know, these are like, these and the bamboo are my favorite hooks. Susan Bates, obviously. I'm a Susan Bates girl, but I've always read them, because any Susan Bates that I have are always right here written in metal. As long as I've had these hooks, I don't think I've ever noticed they were also written right here until just now. Anyway, I forgot to put this in the bag, but I have another little hexie started right here too. So let me put that away too, before I end up losing it. And I did say each hexie uses all of the yarn except for, like, I don't know, like this much. So I did save the very ends of the scraps, thinking like I might get, like, if it comes down to it and I need like one or two more half hexies, I might be able to make a scrappy one out of all the ends, maybe. Because, you know, I'm not really against sewing in a million ends to get the job done. I'm really not. I'm kind of crazy like that. I'm not one of those people that likes sewing in ends, but I will do it. So we'll see. If not, they'll just go in my ends bucket over there to make filling for something. But it's too long to say it's like just a little bit. It does make a little ball. So we'll see how it goes. Anyway. But yeah, let me know what you guys are working on. I definitely feel like while my Crojo's coming back, I want to like feed it by working on something that's just like making me happy to just sit there and work on. I feel like that's kind of important right now. I'm not going to let my movie marquee project go till the end of the month again like I did last time. But at the beginning of the month, like right now, I think too, while I'm in this, like, I know I talked about it yesterday and I sounded a little crazy, but like while I'm in this like October depression, I'm in like this October depression / have to go back to work depression. And I think while I'm in that mood, I need to just like feed it with like happiness, basically, with things that make me a little happier. So if that's working on a hexie blanket because it's simple and because it's getting it out of my to-do pile, then that's what it is, you know? So yes, sounds good to me. It's getting colder, so I'm going to do it in front of a heater with a little Maverick sleeping. He's sleeping, I don't know if you guys can see, because of course my camera's recording with a line of stuff right there where I'm pointing basically, but he's right there. And he's got his nose like shoved into the couch to keep it warm. He's so cute. He is so cute. Oh my God, I love him. I got to see puppies, like not in person. I got to see puppies this weekend too, because my friend, she hasn't posted recently, but I know I told you guys that YouTube reunited one of my old best friends and I, and she'd even started a channel. And I don't think she's posted recently because I think probably just life, but she had, I hope, I'm not going to say her name just because in case she minded me talking about her, then she'll have a little anonymity. I think that's the right word. But she had lost her puppy that he wasn't a puppy. This dog that I'm talking about wasn't a puppy. I just call all dogs puppies, but she had lost him because he was, old age and complications with old age. And, it was really sad, because like, I mean, losing any loved pet is sad. And, like, even if you're prepared for it, you're never prepared for it. I don't think, and, at least I'm not. And, she had gotten a new dog, which kudos to her. Because like, I mean, when it was Winston, it took me so long to be ready for another dog. We didn't get Otis and Maverick for years and years after Winston. Now, we did have Abby in between, but even if we didn't, I wouldn't have been ready. I mean, I'm getting emotional right now bringing up Winston. Like the second I start talking about him, I just get emotional. And I have Maverick and I've had Maverick and I love the snot out of Maverick, and like nothing's gonna ever replace that little guy ever. I would get just as emotional with him, but anyway, not trying to make this about me. Anyway, the point is, faster than I could, and that's not me judging. I think it's great. I think it's wonderful. She had gotten another puppy. So like recently she got another puppy, and she sent me pictures, and he's the cutest little puppy. And I told her, I said, I think maybe your previous dog, maybe he like kind of sent him to you. Like he picked him out for you, like to help you, like not get over him. Cause I mean, do you ever really get over them? But like to help you with him, with his passing. And, she said, maybe, maybe you're right. And she'd been thinking that too and stuff. And I was like, I really do. I really think that happens. And I know other people have said stuff like that. And she messaged me yesterday, I think. And she sent me a picture because this little puppy that she had gotten, she was in contact with the people who had him. And out of the litter of puppies that they had where she got him, his sister didn't, she was the only one left that didn't get adopted. So they went back and got her too. So now she has 2 puppies from the same litter, and her little boy is got reunited with his sister. And I got to get pictures. And so I've gotten like puppy pictures this weekend, and they're so cute. I don't even know how I got on the topic of puppies, but yeah, so cute. That made me happy this weekend too. But yeah, anyway. How did I, seriously, like, I'll have to rewatch this just to, how did I get on the topic of puppies? I derail myself like I don't even know. And then I start telling stories. And then by the time I'm done, I've already forgotten what's made me talk about the original story. I need some vitamins or something in my life, because like my brain is just like, there's holes developing. I don't know, but sometimes, like, I swear I talk just to talk sometimes, like I'm not intentionally, but I mean, sorry. You get me talking about puppies, and then I talk and I talk and I talk. It's bad. Anyway, so I am going to be that crazy dog lady. Oh my gosh. I know I'm about to derail myself again. I'm really sorry. I was talking to Courtney, which you all are probably familiar with at this point, Courtney from Fiber Fox Studios. And, because we're always like, if we see, like something spooky or creepy, or, like a spooky place, especially, because we're always like, the next time we're on, getting ready for a field trip or something, we're going to pick one another up, or she does want to come up here. So like we do want to take like a field trip somewhere, or something. And so we'll like send each other like spooky field trips. And if you are been to our lives, you'll know like we have this whole like crochet, like a crochet spooky 80s retreat thing planned. And like, it's kind of not a joke, to be fully honest. I mean, it's a ways in the planning, but like if you're into any of those things, stay tuned, because it's kind of not a joke. Anyway, so I sent her this, it was a TikTok that I found, but apparently, if you're familiar, I feel like I've already said this to you guys though. The Monroe, Michigan thing. Have I told you this? You know what? You may not have seen that video anyway, if I did, but maybe I haven't. If you're familiar with Monroe, Michigan, which the great thing about my state, I have a road map right here. I live somewhere over here, and Monroe, Michigan is somewhere over here. So it's like right across the state, right? There is a place that is supposedly haunted called Dog Lady Island. Have you ever heard of this place? Which is funny because, okay, I said that I do sometimes get it backwards though. I live over here. If Dog Lady Island is over here, somewhere up in here, there is another cryptid called the Dog Man. So I always made a joke, and I'm like, what if the Dog Man and the Dog Lady meet? Anyway, like there's even a song about the Dog Man. If you look it up, there was a song that was made and played on some radio station up here by Manistee, I think. Manistee, Michigan. Anyway, that's way off topic. But so I sent her that, and I said, that's going to be me living alone on some deserted island, and just the dog lady. Like, I don't even know the lore behind this dog lady, but some spooky old lady who lives alone with dogs, like that's going to be me, just from the sound of it. You know, like judging by how easily distracted I am by dogs and everything, that is totally going to be me. Just me and yarn and dogs on a spooky island in the middle of nowhere. Just give me like some internet connection, and apparently I'm going to need to win the lotto, I guess, but that's going to be me. Would you guys tune in and watch my spooky island show? Maybe that's how I can make my money. I don't know. Anyway, Getting a little weird at 4 in the morning. Anyway, how about I stop being weird? I stop my slow descent into the spooky dog lady. And I show you my Stranger Things squares for the day. How about that instead? So today's squares were, where is it? Okay. Today's squares were inspired by the California Vacation Mike, which I will put the picture up here. Him and his fun little ridiculous California getup with his gold shirt. This is what stood out to me for my squares. I'll make this as brief as possible, I promise. His gold shirt, and then his little Hawaiian hat. His hat was very Magnum PI print, right? If you really look at it, it has like different palm trees, but they're like in stripes. So I had this teal colored yarn, and I had it's actually Walmart Mainstays yarn it's gold, but it's a very yellow gold. So it's like his shirt, you know, I think it was. So that's what I came up with for Mike. And I was really, really tempted to reverse the colors, but I actually kept these the same. So I just made the same, they're the same square. Because his outfit was so gold, right? Like I know I think he had a dark blue shirt on underneath it, but like he had this big flowy yellow, and then his hat was mostly yellow too, right? So he had everything around him was like this gold yellow. And then just the little stripes of like the aqua, and even in the aqua there was green, so it wasn't even like a full bunch of the aqua. I had thought there was like red in it, so I had been tempted to dot some red in here. But when I looked at it again, I mean, I looked at the picture really late last night when I started doing these, but I don't think there was red in it. You guys are looking at the picture side by side with me, and I'm not, so you can correct me if I'm wrong, but either way, that's what I went with. So I know that I will be looking at this blanket, and I will know that this is, you know, Mike in California, because the colors clash with each other, I feel. Like it's not something I would normally pick, so I would know this was definitely Mike Wheeler. So that was California Mike. And then let's draw for today, and then I'll let you guys go. Still getting used to the fact that, because it got so low at the end of October, I'm getting used to the fact that I can't tip the cauldron as far as, because like before I was almost tipping it on its side just to grab the last couple that were in there, and now it's super full again. Let's go with you. Did I get just one? Yes. Oh, okay. This is a side character. So we have Flo. And I will put a picture up of Flo right here. And Flo is the, I suppose she'd be called the secretary, but she is the, we'll go secretary. She's the secretary, the older lady that is at the police station. The one that is constantly annoyed by Hopper and the boys, trying to get him to eat healthier, getting sent places like to Sears for, was it Sears or JCPenney? To some stores for when he had his date with Joyce. Well, when he thought he was having his date with Joyce and got stood up, he sent her out to the department stores to go shopping for him and deliver it down to the. I don't know why it always amuses me that he sent Flo to the mall. And then she delivered it down to the mayor's office, where he was trying to break up the protesters who were protesting the mall. Like, how ballsy on the part of him and Flo. That part amuses me to no end. It probably shouldn't, but it does. But anyway, yeah, so we love Flo. She's the motherly voice around the office. Like, she's the one that kind of informed Nancy from the beginning that, like, whether she knew it or not, her and Jonathan were a thing. When Jonathan got into that fight and was down at the police station. So yeah, that's Flo. We like Flo. Well, I mean, I like Flo. I don't know what your guys' opinion is who have watched Stranger Things, but I like Flo. I think she's pretty great. Yeah. So we'll see what I come up with. I don't even know at this moment what picture you have seen of her, so I don't know what colors I'm going to be doing for her. But but yeah, on that note, I'm going to let you guys go. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. All right. I love you guys. Thanks again for putting up with me and all my craziness. And yeah, I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.